I just wanted to hop on the mic and say, I know the world been a little chaotic and everything. I just wanted to check and make sure everything
What's
good.
going
dog.
on,
Sure,
party
you know what I
people?
mean?
Your boy Jay here. This is a moment with Jay. We're going right into it this morning. Man, I've been in such a reflective mood these last, I don't know, maybe week, 2 weeks or so. I don't really know what's got me on this kind of kick of being so reflective. But I think it's cool. So we got lots to talk about in the podcast today. And the first thing I want to talk about actually is my experience with fucking coffee yesterday. This is the thing, man. I was just telling Brad and my brother this morning. But yesterday, because I've been drinking a lot of cold brew lately. And we got a lot to talk about. I'm gonna talk about 250 days of eating one meal a day. That's a big thing I want to talk about. But I want to talk about this fucking coffee thing first. So I I've been drinking cold brew. So I've been making like a cold brew concentrate. So grinding up these really nice coffee beans. And you know what? And shout out. Let's see if I can find. Let's see if I can find it. It's called Lavaza. Oh, this is what I've been drinking. I'll show y'all. Boom. Oh, that's not right. Boom. Oh, right on. This Lavazza Crema Augusto. I don't know how to say that, man. I don't know how to say that at all. But this shit, man, is delicious. Y'all trying to sponsor the podcast? Hit me up. Lavazza. I got the whole beans. I've been grinding them down, man. This is delicious. Great for the cold brew that I've been drinking lately. So that's what I'm gonna say. So I've been drinking cold brew, and if you don't know what cold brew is, it's when you put the beans in water and you let the beans chill out in the water for anywhere from, I think they say 12 to, I've seen people do up to 36 hours. I like 24. 24 hours seems to be where I like to make it super, super strong and then water it down. So that I can pour it in a glass and then, fill up the rest with, pour like a quarter of it or something. Like the last one I made, a quarter of it was of this glass and the rest of it was water. But I ran out and I was getting lazy with it. So I was just making iced coffee. Now, the proper way to make iced coffee, I use a French press. I know I'm kind of a coffee geek. Why is cap lock on? French press is this one. And go like that. Boom. Make that look good right there. And so anyways, so I use a French press and I double the strength of the French press in order to, or the coffee. So, how you make a regular French press is you put 15, I'm not going to get into the technical. You put some in and then you add hot water and you let it steep for 4 minutes and then you strain it out. But with iced coffee, you want to make that double because when you pour it over the ice, it's going to melt the ice and it's going to dilute your coffee, which is fine because if you make it twice as strong, you're going to get a regular coffee. So that's still pretty strong. So yesterday I fucked up because I was drinking the coffee and I'm like, why is this so fucking strong? So I drink this coffee and I get all this, I'm being productive as fuck. But then I start to get super anxious. So anyways, I end up quadrupling, so not doubling. I quadrupled by mistake. And I don't even know. I don't even know. Like it felt like I was on like an edible or like I was just like, oh yeah, caffeine is a drug. It's like I forget that it's a drug. And man, I was tripping on coffee. Like I can't even explain to y'all. Like I was so out for an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, productive as fuck, killing it. And then it's like I hit a plateau and I like crashed and got super anxious and super tired. And what did my dumbass do? Make another fucking coffee because I had a lot of stuff I had to get done. And so I couldn't chill out. And so then I had another cup of coffee and just super anxious and fucking off the wire. I was up until 2 a.m. last night. I went for a walk at like 11:30 last night because I was still fucking wide awake. It was nuts, man. It was crazy. I don't know how many milligrams. I think I got my daily allotment of caffeine in that fucking 1 cup of coffee. I'm drinking a cup of coffee right now, but it's nowhere near as strong as it was yesterday. I was like, we're gonna teeter on the weaker side of some coffee this morning, man. We don't want to go through. Yeah, it was just like I was like, oh yeah, this is something not to be fucked with. I think about that all the time with weed too. Whenever you smoke and you get too high, I'm like, yeah, man, this is something that needs to be respected. I like the term respect when it comes to these components because a lot of them aren't. Cannabis is a plant, and the plant itself is not going to harm you. However, if you grow it, dry it, roll it, smoke it, now we're talking about a different thing. It's always your relationship to things, and it's never the thing itself that's bad. It's just like I can never remember his name, but he did a lot of drugs, and he's like a scientist, and he does these drugs, and he talks about how a lot of these drugs, and like we're talking coke, meth, heroin. We're talking the crazy drugs, and I wish I could remember his name. And he talks about how it's you can have again, his words, not mine. You can have a relationship with these if you know the pros and cons and all that. And that I'm gonna talk about the enhanced games too today. We got all kinds of stuff to talk about today. And so where was I going with this? Oh, I lost my fucking train of thought. Oh, your relationship with things. He had this conversation with like acid, because there's acid that like can melt your skin that's found naturally in nature. And no one would be like, oh, acid is all I mean like an acidic liquid, like not acid like the drug. And he's like, no one's like acid is bad, but it's like if you went over, like, if there was like, if you go over there and you splash acid in your face, it's like, bro, what the fuck are you doing? It's not the acid's fault that you're in pain. It's your relationship with the acid and what you fucking just did, and that's always just been always how I think about things now. There's not necessarily good and bad things. It's your relationship, your expectation with what these things are and what you're trying to do with them, Anyways. Yeah, let's talk about, man. So I think it's day 252 or 253 right now of me eating one meal a day. So there's two things that come with that. I've eaten one meal a day for 3/4 of a year, and I've also posted a video on YouTube every day this year. So I want to talk about both those things. The first thing is, at the time of this video, I think we're at like 350,000 views, which I know in the grand scheme of things is nothing crazy. I'm just pulling it up on my app here. YouTube's got some sick apps if you're a content creator, and go to views. Last month I did 38,000 views, but let's see lifetime. What are we at here? Let's see. It's just loading. 363,000 from the time I record this. Who knows? It could be 670 or something by the time this comes out, or 680, almost 400,000. So super cool. Let's talk about the weight loss first. So I'm weighing in at about 192, 193, which is about 35, 36 pounds weight loss. Again, it depends on when this comes out. My weight fluctuates a couple pounds every day. And so one thing I want to point out is people from the beginning have been telling me, people on the internet or other fitness experts or whatever have been telling me, fucking, you need to do this, you need to do that, blah, 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 always telling me to change things up. And I've experimented. I did keto. I did eating in the morning. I've done all kinds of stuff. But I always seem to fall back on the style of eating I like the most, which is meat, fruit, vegetables. Boom. That's simple. Maybe a protein shake, maybe the odd little treat, little chocolate bar, little bag of chips every once in a while, something like that. But it's mostly meat, fruit, vegetables. It's simple. It's easy. And one of the things I like about the because this is the thing. When I started, shout out Cole Robinson, shout out the Snake Diet for this. He convinced me to do this slow weight loss at the beginning, 1 pound a week, broadcast it, which is funny because that's always kind of what my goal has been. And yeah, there's been times where my weight loss has been faster. There's been times where my weight loss has been slower. However, I've always averaged about a pound a week. And so that leads me to, am I going to hit my goal? And my goal, I didn't have a goal set right at the beginning. Because I just didn't really know how much weight I needed to lose. But it was about 50 pounds. And so we've already lost, 35 pounds or 36 pounds or whatever the number is. And which is great because I've been doing this for about 36 weeks. So I'm right on the motherfucking money. As much as people have seen the plateaus and you need to change. And my philosophy, with life and with music and is just, man, nah, why we need that? Why you gotta rush? If you knew me in like fucking high school, I used to fucking, patience is a virtue, patience is a virtue, patience is a virtue. And, for the longest time, I didn't really take that to heart, as much as I should have. And it's funny, after all these years, it's still like, okay, yeah, no, it's the long, hard, slow, consistent way that's always going to get me to my goal. Like making my album, like making the content, like my weight loss, like my strength gains, like all the other things in my life. It's like there was a time in my 20s where I was fucking trying to do everything. Boom, boom, boom. Jay was everywhere. But the things that suffered were some of my personal relationships, my mental health. And I was like a hamster on a wheel, A lot of the things I was doing wasn't getting me to where I wanted to go. And I was creating this life and this lifestyle that I didn't want. And, now I'm living this life Am I making the money that I want? No, not yet. But I'm doing the things that I want, and that's making music, making content, doing this podcast. I love doing this podcast, man. Like I can't even explain to you how much I enjoy doing this every week. And just like anything, and I've talked about this before, there's the enthusiasm thing. There's times where I'm more into it and times where I'm less into it. And that's fine. That's life. That's with anything. But it's like I love I couldn't wait to do this podcast today for whatever reason, and that's why I got the sun out in the background for any of y'all who are watching and not listening. If you're just listening, go watch. You can see the beautiful sunset that's behind me. But yeah, so I'm right on where I want to be with my goals, and people always trying to rush and blah, 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 blah. But it's like, man, motherfuckers ain't living the life that I'm living and doing the things, the obstacles that I have to get through in my day. People don't know. I may share all the things that I share online, but y'all don't know really what's going on in my life, It's just one of those things. A lot of people see it from the outside. But a lot of people also haven't lost 36 pounds in the last, 8 months like I have. By the end of this thing, I'm going to be 175. So that leads me to, I guess, my next thing. Will I hit my goal? And my goal right now is to get kind of to 175. And that means, I got to continue losing about a pound a week for the rest of the year. Great. That's what I've been doing. People see these, and you can see because I've documented my weight. I've wrote it down every day for the last 250 something days. There are periods, and I've had month periods where, for like 4 weeks or 6 weeks, I didn't lose any weight. And then boom, I lost 4 pounds. And yes, if you're impatient and you're getting down in the dumps and stuff like that, yeah, I've been there. I get it. But it's just like, bro, chill out, relax. If you know you're doing the thing, just keep putting in the work, putting in the time, the results will come, or be better. One thing. So or be better. I think one of the biggest things that kind of hindered my weight loss, not to try to make excuses, was I was using a shitty treadmill. I mean, don't get me wrong, so blessed that I had this treadmill and access to it, but it died on me recently, and I started just walking outside, and I was like, oh, you know what? I think this treadmill was worse off for a lot longer than I thought it was. And now that I'm stepping and just getting my steps, even last night, I was just fucking walking around the house, because my mom's sick and I don't like to be gone for super long time just in case something happens or something. And so, I'll go for, like this morning, I got up early while everyone was still sleeping. I went for a nice 40-minute walk, and then probably when everyone goes to bed tonight, I'll go outside and go for another 40-minute walk. And then, I'll just walk around the house until I hit 15,000 steps or something. And then I'll hit a workout too this afternoon. So, yeah. So I think it's that. And then another thing I think I was doing too was I wasn't hitting as many workouts as I thought I was in a week. I just, was getting busy with other things. And I just, oh yeah, I'll take a rest day today. I've been going hard, So one thing is, I know everyone's intentions and everyone wants to see these quick results and stuff, but bro, man, you're gonna see that I'm getting shredded, and people want these. And my whole thing was why I started this was to show slow weight loss. I'm not doing anything crazy. Yeah, I understand to some people eating one meal a day seems nuts, but I love it. It's easy. I don't got to worry about food all day. 3-4 hours before I go to bed, I eat my dinner. I might go for another walk before I go to bed, sit in the sauna or something after that. But I like to eat a meal. Okay, everything's done for the day. Let's sit, let's eat. Another thing I've been doing too, and this has been the cheat code, is I've been watching all these things about insulin and blood sugar spikes. I won't bore y'all and get into that too much, but there's a way to eat to make sure that your blood so the insulin spike isn't so significant, because what happens is when your blood sugar rises, it then drops. The higher it rises, the further it drops, and then you get hungry again, and then your body wants more food. So what I've been doing lately is I've been eating so not only to get the most uh uh, uh, uh level, because you're gonna, no matter what you eat, you're gonna get an insulin spike, which is crazy because whenever you eat, you're actually causing a little bit of damage to your body. And that's why before I was drinking a lot of olive oil, and the only reason I stopped drinking olive oil is because it got too expensive, because you really got to buy the high quality olive oil. You can't just buy that bullshit from the store. It's just not the same. So when I get more funds and stuff, and I can afford the freaking $40 bottle of olive oil every month, I'll definitely be getting back onto that, because those healthy fats are just, and I felt amazing just shooting that at the beginning of my meal. But anyways, yeah, there's compounds in olive oil, really high grade olive oil, that helps combat some of the damage you get when you eat. And then if you eat shitty food, you do even more damage to your body. But anyways, what was I gonna say? Oh, so how I've been eating now. So to get the most dopamine and to get the smallest insulin spike is you eat your vegetables first by themselves. So right now I just do a microwavable, I have this frozen mixed veggies. It's like, whatever, $8 for a 2-kilo bag. Lasts me a couple weeks. I have 2 or 3 cups of vegetables, a lot of vegetables, a day's worth of vegetables. And I eat that, I microwave that, eat that, sit down, eat that. And then I go and eat my protein and carbs. So say I'm mostly eating meat. So then, like last night, I had a protein shake. Well, I had a bunch of chicken. I had about 500 grams of chicken. I can't remember exactly. And, just ate that by itself. And then I had typically some fruit for dessert. And, or, if you got the calories or whatever, you can have like a little ice cream treat or some kind of carbohydrate filled treat. But if you eat it in that order, where you have like the appetite, I'm eating all of this in like 30 minutes. But if you have that vegetable appetizer before you eat your proteins and your fats, and then you end with the carbohydrate, you're going to get not as high of an insulin spike. And what that's going to mean, especially for me, is I'm going to not get hungry later. When I finish this meal, I'm going to be satiated and I'm going to be fine. And for me, absolutely. There's been nights where I got a pound of strawberries that I'm trying to get through, that I'm like, bro, I can't eat another motherfucking strawberry. The other night I was like, man, this is only like 1,800 calories worth of food, but I can't get these strawberries down. It's so, and it's not only like that for one meal a day. You should kind of aim to eat like that kind of for all of your meals. If you did that with all your meals, you wouldn't get as much of an insulin spike, and then you wouldn't get as hungry later on as well. Anyways, so I want to talk about the pros and cons okay, let's talk about my routine. So it's like, yeah, I'm eating around, actually, a couple of these nights I've been eating closer to 6-7 o'clock, just because I've been working out earlier. And if I work out earlier, I seem to get hungrier a little bit earlier as well. So, I've been trying to get 15,000 steps in, a sauna in every day, and a workout in 4 to 6 times a week. It really depends on what's going on. But I've been really liking supersetting again, just as an efficient thing. The other day I did this workout where I just did incline push-ups, where, feet high, feet elevated, where I'm just doing push-ups. And then I superset that with some dumbbell deadlifts. And I only got a 52.5 pounds each arm, 105 pounds. And so I was doing slow controlled deadlifts. Whew, for days. My chest, my shoulders, my triceps, it just rocked everything. So I'm excited to go hit a hard workout after this, kind of with the same intentions. But that's what kind of my routine is right now. And I'm in it. I'm enthusiastic. I'm dropping the pounds. There was a couple weeks there where the weight wasn't I was kind of plateauing a little bit, but it happens, man. And it's more about the enthusiasm and intensity. And, it's like, I'm sure I was adding a little bit more sauce than I usually would, want some chicken or something like that. It's just like, whatever. I'm just more dialed in now. So why I like it and why I'm gonna see it through, even though so many people told me to change and blah 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 blah. It's because I'm still getting the results that I want. And this is what's so important with just goals across the board. It's like, yeah, throw yourself out there, talk to people, but it's like people are always trying to persuade you to change. And yeah, that's good. Taking the information, make adjustments if you need to. But if you know you're doing right and you're doing the work that you need to, it's like you gotta fucking stay tuned in and dialed into what you're doing. And that's why I'm not always the easiest person to get into contact with, because I'm dialed in, man. I got my goals. My big goals: better art and healthier people will change the world. And so what do? I gotta make the best art that I possibly can, and I gotta get into the best shape that I possibly can to lead by example. Nobody wants a fat ass personal trainer telling them to be healthier. No one wants a shitty rapper telling them that art will change the world. It's like, bruh, Anyway, so that being said, Olympus, you can pre-order now. Go to www.primepurposemovement.com/shop and pre-order your copy today. There's only 1,000 copies of these that will ever be made. It's a really special project. I can't wait. I can't fucking wait. Man, honestly, I need about 20 more of these, and then I can finally put the order in and we can finally get it going. So if y'all really love to support the channel, it would mean the fucking world to me. Anyways, back to what I was talking about. Cons to this. There's a couple cons. There's like anything, the research shows that probably eating 2 meals a day or doing kind of like a intermittent fast is more beneficial for your metabolism and blah, 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 blah. To each their own, this is working for me. I like the simplicity of it. I like that I can be productive during the day. Yeah, some days I want to wake up and eat shit all day, but it also prevents me from doing that. If I'm going to wake up and decide to eat in the morning, okay, I'm going to eat in the morning, but then I can't eat for the rest of the day, So cons, you know what? There's not a lot of cons for me personally because I love this style of eating. I remember back in the day when I was first starting to fast, I used to, when I was super busy training people, always doing shows, blah, 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 working on an album, I would not eat all day. And then I would usually get a Baconator and a JBC, if not 2, and a salad from Wendy's. And it worked out to be exactly my macros and exactly the calories that I needed to. And I used to fucking do that all the time. So I like the 1 meal a day. After the 365, yeah, I'm sure I'm going to be a little bit more loose with it. I'm sure I'll have breakfast all the time. I miss going to, but it's not, I don't even miss it because I do. There's been times where I've gone out for lunch and then that's my meal, or I've gone out for breakfast, or I go on dates, or there's family dinners, or, none of those things impact what I'm doing, So there's not a lot of cons, but, yeah, I'm sure for some people it doesn't work, but this is not about y'all. It's about me, selfishly. So will I hit my goal? I'm sure I will. I'm doing good. I've lost the 36 pounds in 36 weeks or whatever it is. And I feel good. I'm looking better from the thumbnail pic y'all seen. My results are fucking speaking for themselves. I'm feeling good. So yeah, I'm just looking at my notes for some of the things that I want to talk about. But so this leads me into kind of what I wanted to talk about next. I was talking about drugs before. Now coffee's a drug, but also got to shout out the Edmonton Oilers. I'm not a big hockey fan, but what's cool was they ended up losing last night or 2 nights ago. Whenever you're listening to this, it could be a week, could be a month ago. Who knows when you're listening. What's cool about sports is it brings people together, and it was really cool to see the city so hype, so lit, so like, yeah, let's go, put on for the city. And it's really cool seeing the podcast, seeing people's podcasts and pictures repping Oilers jerseys all over the world. And it's just, it's special. And to me it's motivating because I would like to do something like that for my city, to be an excuse for people to be united. And I think that's cool. People like this, and that's why I try so hard with the things. And I rep Edmonton, and I love this city. And I hope one day to accomplish some things where, not for my own sake, not so that people celebrate me, but so people celebrate each other. People come together. People love. People, more love, more success. Um, that's why. I rep. So it's cool. It's cool to see the city like that. And it's exciting to see what the Oilers will do next year. And hopefully they can bring home the cup one year, and I'll be able to experience a city championship like that. I remember years ago, shout out to Edmonton Elks. They used to be called the Edmonton Eskimos. Controversy. Now they're the Elks, but I remember I worked at World Health, and a player worked as a trainer, and I remember that year they won, and it's just cool, man. It's just a cool vibe. I say all this because man, I don't know if y'all heard, but this is one thing I am super fucking excited about, and it's the enhanced games. They just went on Joe Rogan. Oh, of course they have a fucking website. Oh, I never even thought about that. Let's pull up the motherfucking website here. The race for superhumanity is on. Welcome to the enhanced games, the ultimate demonstration of what human body is capable. The world's best athletes enhanced. When 44% of athletes already use performance enhancement, it's time to safely celebrate science. So this is what's cool about this. I know this is going to wreck it maybe for some people, but if you don't know now, most professional athletes are on some kind of performance enhancing drug. Most people that go to the gym, I remember when I first became a trainer and people were telling me how everyone was on gear and everyone was on these and women were on this. And I was like, what? Everybody's on drugs. So many people. I wonder, it's like 60 something percent of all gym goers will try some sort of performance enhancing drug at one time. During their time. So this is where, man, the people who are making it's just a really cool idea. And because again, so many athletes in so many sports are on drugs, and I get, it's their body. Let them do what they want. Bodybuilders are on drugs. No one's ever like, oh no, look at that bodybuilder is on drugs, So this is going to be exciting. And if you haven't seen the Joe Rogan, oh, it's right there. This one, the enhanced games one, 2166. Holy, give it a listen. They talk about it. They talk about ratings. They talk about paying their athletes. I cannot wait until this is on TV. I'm going to watch every event. I am going to fuck it. Yeah, Hans Games. If y'all need some commentators, fucking hit up JusJrdn. Yes, I would love to get into announcing sports and being part of some kind of commentary, something. Even if it's just online and they just want me to fucking live stream it and I can just comment and sit and smoke and talk my shit. But they're talking about paying athletes, because that's one thing that the Olympics doesn't do. They don't pay their fucking athletes worth shit. These guys are trying to pay these athletes some fucking big money. And there's all kind of deals. I'm just super excited about it. And honestly, this is one thing I'll say about this too. With all the people, we live in a much cooler era of what's what I'm trying to say here. of being truthful. It's like, bro, if you're on drugs, just say you're on drugs. That's fine, bro. No one's fucking. Yeah, some people are judging you. People judging you without knowing it, anyways. And so, you see it from a lot of people online who are talking about, I take these. This is my cycle. This is what I'm doing. Pros, cons, blah blah blah. Because, man, especially as I remember being younger in the gym and just wanting to be huge, and these fucking guys are saying, yeah, you gotta lift heavier, you gotta fucking cheat these reps, you gotta eat that chicken, and you're never gonna look like the fucking Rock eating chicken and fucking rice lifting. You never. And I used to think you could. Now I got a different understanding. It's like I'm a natural athlete. I'm a fucking natural in the sense where I don't take drugs. Well, other than caffeine and cannabis, but but because in schools and stuff, they're like, oh, anabolic steroids so bad, this and that so bad, blah 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 so bad. Yeah. But and another thing these guys talk about on this Joe Rogan podcast is the idea of risk. It's like, man, everything is risky. Everything is risky. You smoke weed, you could have a psychotic break. You could be one of those people where it doesn't work for. There's all kinds of stuff that, you could drink too much coffee, have a heart attack. You could fall down the stairs. The risk is in everything. So it's like, man, when you're weighing the risk, the pros and cons, it's like, what are you trying to do? So I'm super excited about the enhanced games. Go check that out, man. But it's also just giving me a different understanding of performance enhancing drugs and the purpose, because when we're talking about human enhancement, it's like, yeah, that's pretty incredible. A tiger, or a monkey doesn't have a supplement that they designed, that they can take to make themselves a stronger monkey or a faster lion, but we as motherfucking humans do, and that's cool. And maybe I don't want to take it. I value a different thing for my fitness and my athletic goals. However, do I want to watch some big ass motherfucker break a bunch of world records? Hell fucking yeah, I do. All the athletes on drugs anyways, man. That's what people don't understand. All these motherfuckers. Yeah. So anyways, I won't keep ranting on this. It's just something that I'm super excited about. Talk about sports and all that. I can't wait to this podcast. I can't wait till we get some crazy sponsors, man. Yeah, anyway, so I just have a whole different understanding and almost, I guess, now an appreciation for performance enhancing drugs, as opposed to be like, oh, this guy's on fucking PEDs, this guy's fucking doing steroids, this guy's fucking, it's like, man, I don't give a fuck. That's cool. Yeah, that's what you're doing. Because I even remember when I was working out at the gym and I had a homie I was working out with, two homies, and we would train, I don't know, once or twice every once in a while. And the motherfucker the one dude started taking steroids. He got so big, so quick, and he wasn't really doing anything different than we were other than juicing. And so it was cool to see. I had some clients back in the day that did performance enhancing drugs, and so I've seen the effects in real time and the results these things get. So it's pretty interesting. It's pretty interesting to me anyways. Hot take. Powerade Zero is better than Gatorade Zero for all of those out there. I got a Gatorade Zero last night. And I used to drink Gatorade almost exclusively when I was playing basketball back in like high school days and just after that. But I don't know, man. There's something about the Powerade. There's something about the Powerade bottle. It's a solid bottle. There's something about the it's like a more intense flavor. I like it. I don't know, man. I just had to throw that 2 cents in there. Another hot take while we're on the subject. Egg salad over chicken salad. Egg salad over. I've been obsessed with motherfucking the Japanese style of making egg salad where you So this is the thing. I just recently learned how to hard boil eggs properly. Not hard boil eggs. Obviously, put it in water, fucking let it chill. Fucking, it's the peeling. I didn't know you had to soak that shit in ice water before and then just peel it. And then it's so much easier. This was a revolution to me. I was like, oh my God, I'm going to make these all the time. And I have been. Well, relatively speaking, slightly more than I did before. And changed my life. So anyways, what you do with the egg salad, the Japanese version of it is you cut the egg, and instead of, mashing it all together, what you do is you take the yolks out. You put the yolks with some QP mayo, and you mix that up, and you dice the egg whites, and you throw the egg whites in the diced egg whites into the concoction, and then you mix it up, and then you got a little bit more texture. You got the creamy yolk, and you got the little pieces of the egg whites, and then you just chop up some freaking green onion in there. Throw that on a brioche bun. Delicioso. Delici motherfucking also, baby. Another hot take while we're just on that subject. I hate the smell of freshly cut grass. Hate that shit. Why? I'm allergic to that shit, man. I went on a walk this morning. There was a big motherfucking, city worker he was large, but that wasn't the point of the story. He was in like a, like a tractor, not a tractor, but like in a machine that cuts grass. A ride-on lawnmower. Fuck. A ride-on lawnmower. Tell you, sometimes you sounded so smart at the beginning of this episode. Now we get to the end, you sound like a dumbass. God damn it. Anyways. Yeah, I hate that smell. So anyways, I'm going for a walk. He's cutting the grass in the distance. I saw it. And as I approached, I could start to get the smell. And I started sneezing. I was like, I fucking hate this smell, man. I just know it's one of those smells that people fucking love. Not me. Not motherfucking me, bro. Yeah, anyways, I've been really working on music, trying to get these albums out. Again, I'm gonna fucking throw up the banner again because I have it. Pre-order Olympus. I only need about 20 more of these motherfuckers sold, and I can finally put in this order. It's tough being an independent artist because it's hard, man. It's hard when you're doing everything. I edit the videos, I do all the. I'm not complaining because I love it, and this is the lifestyle that I want. I want to keep grinding and put out better music, and Olympus is a cool project. There'll only be 1,000 of these ever. And then Olympus 2 is going to be the digital version. Not the digital version, but is the second part of that album. And man, it's finished. It's getting finished up right now. And it's sounding pretty fucking sick. Here, actually, that's what we're going to do right now. I got the final. No, I need Google Drive here. That's how we're going to conclude the podcast. We're getting shredded. We're going to continue to get shredded. I also dropped a membership on my channel. So if anyone wants to support that way, there's some cool little emotes and shit. That would be fucking cool. Cool. All right. So this is, I'm going to mute myself. This is I know last time with Ella, I demoed a different song called Roll Up. But this is the song I'm going to be putting out. This is the mix. This isn't the master for any of those that give a shit. I hope y'all can hear that. I'm going to mute myself just so that we can. I'm doing this also for myself so I can hear it in a different set of speakers. It's good for the mix. So I hope this sounds good for y'all out there. This is the intro to Olympus 2. It's called the Daily Stoic. So this is the world premiere of the Daily Stoic. I hope y'all like it.
Yeah. I've been punched in the face. Your words aren't hurting me. The luckiest people. with the most uncertainty. I live in the moment, trying to be more purposely. Ugly swagger, but I do that shit so gorgeously. Read the book of Job, now they need the book of J. I say no a lot, it's hard to book with J. Keep my emotions in check. Shout out to Daily Stoic. I had innocence in my heart into the Daily Stoic. Shout out to Daily Stoic. I had innocence in my heart into the Daily Stoic. Shout out to Daily Stoic. I had innocence in my heart into the Daily Stoic. I like to stack my chips. Shout out to Frito-Lay. I'm booked all day tomorrow, but are you free today? I ain't never step on stage until I see the pay. I'm a really good time until I'm not okay. I'm a really good time until I'm not okay. I got goals you think were light years, but to me they miles away. But to me they miles away. I'm happy on the inside, even when my smile's away. They call me Jay. I like to stack my chips. Shout out to Frito-Lay. Shout out to Frito-Lay. Shout out to Frito-Lay. I'm booked all day tomorrow, but are you free today? But are you free today? But are you free today?
So real I got kicked out of the metaverse. Trying to step to me how you're romantic first.
Shout out to Daily Stoic. I had innocence in my heart into the Daily Stoic. I like to stack my chips. Shout out to Frito-Lay. I'm booked all day tomorrow, but are you free today? I ain't never step on stage until I see the pay. I'm a really good time until I'm not okay. I'm a really good time until I'm not okay. I'm not okay.
Yeah, I love that song, man. Can't wait. Can't wait for it to drop. It's coming out soon. So motherfucking soon. All right, y'all. All right. Is that I think that's everything. I think that's all I wanted to get off my chest today. There's some other shit, but I like the cohesiveness of this. It was kind of flowing. So instead of trailing on some more, I think we're going to end it right there, man. So I got new music coming. Again, I'm going to throw it up the banner one more time. That's the thing, man. Sheesh. Please, if y'all want to support the channel, the album is incredible. It took me 4 years to make this. And I made it for y'all, man. Please, Olympus on vinyl. It's going to be gold. It's going to be beautiful, man. All right, y'all. I hope you're having a beautiful week. I hope you're out here crushing your goals. And, you know, I hope you believe in yourself, you know, with whatever you're doing. I hope you're out there, and I hope that you believe in yourself, because it's a beautiful thing when you do. You can achieve all kinds of stuff when you put the hope inside yourself, and then you take the actions to achieve the things that you wish to achieve in this world. Anyways, more love, more success. Go buy the motherfucking album. Go stream my music on repeat all day long. This has been A Moment with Jay.